Wrong night to have a bad night. A lot of credit goes to Duke. They're obviously really good. Walking over here, they offered us Duke Blue Devil colored Powerade. So it's kind of indication of how much it wasn't our night. But give Duke a lot of credit for how they played. But we can't lose perspective on this year and how much these guys have just propelled the program.
Row three.
Caden McFarland, 2 News, Oklahoma and Tulsa. Coach, the slow start, how much of that do you think was that it's just so difficult to replicate what Duke is able to do, with Lively and the size and the athleticism defensively?
Yeah, I mean, the opening shot, Carlos Jurgens missed, was able to retrieve his rebound, and then it immediately gets blocked. And, that's a play that he normally makes against the opponent. Connor Vanover, we do get to see that every day with length around the rim. But, again, I don't want to get caught up right now in shots that didn't go in or that we just weren't able to convert. My heart right now is just really, really proud of all that these guys did through the course of this season to elevate a program.
Row one.
There, Kip Coons, Press Box View. Max, what was Duke doing defensively on you that made it so hard for you to get open looks tonight?
They tried to keep 2 on me, kind of at all times, and I was just out there, making the right reads. We got some good looks. They didn't fall, and it wasn't our night, but give credit to them.
Row three.
Nathan Thompson, Fox 23 in Tulsa. This question's for Max. Before I ask this, though, I just want to verify this was your last game as an ORU player. Have you decided that officially?
I'm just in the moment right now and, enjoying every part of the season we just had, and we'll look at the future later.
And then this being the last game of this season then for you, all you guys accomplished, if you have a chance to appreciate that right now, or is it going to take some time after the sting of this loss goes away?
It'll probably take some time. We're all disappointed. We didn't come into the game expecting to lose, and so it takes some time to, reflect on the season and, the good things that we did accomplish.
Row two.
Connor O'Gara, Saturday Road. Paul, you guys have seen some really good teams over the last few years. Where does this Duke team maybe rank among them? I know you guys saw Houston earlier in the year as well.
Yeah, comparatively to Houston, they're a great rebounding team. To out-rebound us by 14 is a tribute to them. They have a great deal of length, and their freshmen have grown up. Now this was game 35 for those guys, and probably about 20 games in, they obviously had a number of injuries. Your freshmen, especially the ones that play, become sophomores. So they're talented. Houston is really good, and I've never been on this side of a loss in the NCAA tournament. I've been on the other side to where you win by 20, and a lot of those times it was a part of those teams you were able to move forward. But a really good Duke team. I can't really speculate where they're headed.
Row three.
Caden McFarland, 2 News, Oklahoma, Tulsa. Coach, you mentioned this team elevating the program. Kind of Max specifically, even if this isn't his final game, can you speak to what he's done in his career to elevate the program?
Yeah, I couldn't. It would just be hard to put into words all that Max has done. And I could go down the list, but obviously Max being a 3-time AP All-American, 2-time Summit League Player of the Year, top 3 in scoring, and I could go on with his accolades, but who he is off the court is an absolutely incredible person. You're looking at a guy who was a biomedical chemistry major with a 3.92 GPA, and he switched his major to mathematics so as not to interrupt our practice schedule. And because he had to take some courses later, and he said, I think I want to practice. But I mean, he's just such an incredible young man who he is. A lot of it is a credit to Troy and Erica, his mom and dad. And there's no way in the world, I'll get around to it one day, but there's no way in the world I could express just all he's meant to everybody here.
Back to row 3.
Nathan Thompson, Fox 23 in Tulsa. This is for Isaac. Isaac, you guys obviously got off to the slow start and they jumped out to that 15-0 lead. How did you feel about you guys as a team, how you fought back to try to come back in this one?
Just first giving credit to a good Duke team. To be honest, you know, I expected us to fight. You know, that's been our story the whole year. You know, whether we get hit, you know, we always come back from adversity. We always play together. We love everyone, 1 through 15, you know, even 1 through 30, including our staff. You know, we love everyone. So whenever we're propelled by love, as Coach says, you know, we're going to keep fighting until we can climb back. And, you know, time ran out. You know, I never really say, you know, we lost, you know, time ran out. And we were on the wrong end of it. But I'm proud of this team, proud of what we accomplished. You know, we fought every day in practice, fought in the preseason, and we fought tonight. And unfortunately, you know, this is the last game for us this season. But looking back on the season, that's been our calling card. We've been fighters, and we've always been fighters.
We'll take a question from Zoom. Matt Trecanelli.
Yes, Coach. A couple questions. First question is, you guys score over 80 points per game, so what did Duke do defensively to really hold you guys significantly under what your average? And second question is, what are some successes? I know this season is unfortunately over, but what are some successes you guys have had during the course of this season and some positives that you and the players can look at?
Yeah, I mean, first, their protection around the rim is tremendous. And if you look at it, they're the 24th best defense in the country. But their ability to defend the three-point line is amongst the top 30 in the country. And then their ability to have rim protection is elite as well. So, I mean, if you look at it, Derek had 6 blocked shots tonight, but I bet he altered another 6. So they have a presence inside the rim, and they can really defend the arc. Those two things, for us, kind of what we do, we're able to get to the rim, and we're able to make threes, and they were able to prevent that. You know, 30 wins, just when you look back at the season, the most ORU has ever had at the Division I level is 27. And so to have 30 wins in the 41-year history of the Summit League, there's only 2 of them that have ever gone undefeated, 21-0. It happened in back-to-back years. And so I think there's just a lot to be proud of from our players, from our staff, that we'll take away, and that'll fuel us moving forward.
Row 3.
Caden McFarland, 2 News, Oklahoma, Tulsa. Coach, you've mentioned some of those programs that don't play football but have had some sustained success in basketball. You think ORU, you guys are, it appears, sort of on your way. What could be next for this program? You think it can be a sustained success in terms of getting back to this tournament?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I tell all these guys when you recruit them, when you bring them in, I mean, we're trying to get a team that's good enough to play in a Final Four. And you've seen it in Wichita State, VCU, Loyola Chicago just a few years ago. Everybody's aware of George Mason. But you are trying to build a program that's good enough to be in a Final Four. And fortunately, we've got the caliber of players. And we're getting a huge facility upgrade. And I think that'll not only help recruiting, but it'll help the development of our guys. And, you know, the good news for me right now is I could get them all back. They all have eligibility to return. I'm not telling you that they will, but what I am telling you is that we have a group that is very invested in getting better as players, and I do feel that we're building something here that hopefully can get to a Final Four.
We have 1 minute remaining. Final question from row 3.
Nathan Thompson, Fox 23 in Tulsa for Isaac. And it's a tough time to ask this question tonight, you know, right after a loss, but looking back on this season, how do you feel about it and all the accomplishments you guys were able to have in the regular season?
I'm very proud of this team. Obviously, the guy to my right, Coach Mills, he gave me a chance. Obviously, when my back was against the wall and I felt like I had nowhere to go, 2 years ago. And then the guy to my left has made me more into a confident player each day. And so when I have guys like that to my right and to my left, I mean, we have guys like that all throughout the locker room who are there to encourage, who are there to uplift, who are great teammates and even better people. So when I'm able to accomplish something with a group of guys, as I've had, like Max and Carlos, Reem, DJ, Patrick, the guys who are seniors, and even the guys who are underclassmen, I look back and I'm very proud because this is the first time in my life that I've actually felt a part of a brotherhood. It's the first time in my life that I've actually felt proud to be a part of a team. And I played a lot of basketball, but these guys have been so amazing to not only me, but so many people around the country, even on campus. You know, they're leaders and they're mentors, and they're going to go out and do amazing things. So I'm proud of this team, and I've never been more proud of a team before just because of who we are. And so, you know, it's unfortunate, obviously, but, you know, I'll always call these guys my brothers, and I'm thankful for everyone on the team.
For more information, you can visit TulsaWorld.com.